Coming back at you from Casa de Cripe, where I'm pretty much most comfortable, drinking my coffee, a nice rainy morning, hanging out with the kids. And I thought, why not do a first? We've had so many different kettlebells and coffees. This is the first one I'm bringing to you in my pajamas. How cool is that, huh? Speaking of cool, it's cool to do push-ups, right? And that's a lot of people's goals, especially females, is how can I do a better push-up, a more effective push-up? A lot of our push-ups, we're able to successfully push our bodies up off the floor, but there's this lag, there's this disconnect between our upper body and our lower body through our core. And that's why you see so many wet noodle push-ups, we'll call them, where the shoulders rise up and then the hips come up as a result, or vice versa. It's not that we're not strong enough to do it, it's just we're not connected well enough to do a good push-up. Now what I want to talk to you about is, first of all, the fundamental push-up exercise. A lot of people miss the boat on two important aspects. Number one, hands. When your hands are on the floor, you've got those wide fingers, you're gripping into the ground, and you want to think about dials underneath your hands. You're not going to churn your hands, but as you lower yourself down, now when I push up, or better yet, when I push down, when I push into the ground, I want to think about churning those dials without moving my hands. Now, even more overlooked than the hands are your feet. How are your feet when you do push-ups? Are you actually grabbing the ground with your toes? Are you pushing into the floor with the balls of those feet? That's going to generate a lot of tension through your thighs and through your glutes, and that's going to help hold things together better. So I want to give you two very effective, very integrative DVRT Ultimate Sandbag exercises that's going to help improve, going to help build your push-up. So the first one I'll talk about is our bird dog exercises. There's so many different varieties of bird dogs that you can do using the Ultimate Sandbag. My personal favorite is the one where I actually don't move the Ultimate Sandbag. I pull the slack out of that edge, not letting my arm drop down. That's where people miss the boat with the bird dogs. So with my stance arm, I'm pressing into the ground. I'm corkscrewing both my elbows into my ribs. Do not forget, just like your push-ups, don't forget about your feet. Those toes are grabbing into the floor, you're pushing in there. So we want to avoid any rocking back of the hips. So as you're slowly pushing that leg back, you're creating all that tension. This should not be a fast movement. If this is a fast movement, you've lost that tension and you're losing the meaning, the intent of the bird dog. So feeling all that tension as you push that foot out, now you're going to pause with that leg extended, and I need you to pull that leg back. So simple, so effective. So much thought required. That's why you can't move fast. You've got to connect to build that into a better push-up. Second movement I want to look at are our Ultimate Sandbag press outs. It's not an arm exercise. Everybody sees the moving part and thinks, hey, it's an arm exercise, but I'm going to tell you something different. This is a core integrative exercise, which is something you need for a successful push-up to occur. Without that, you're going to be giving us those noodle push-ups. Where I would want to start you off is actually on both knees. Both knees, but you're going to keep a tall posture. From there, we pull apart the material. I always like to have a wide Ultimate Sandbag when I do my press outs. You're going to feel a lot more than arms, but the great news is your arms will get a pretty decent workout from doing this. You might see some toning and definition of your arms. So push-ups can be improved through the bird dog, and we're not talking about your Jane Fonda exercise bird dogs. We're talking about DVRT Ultimate Sandbag bird dogs and the press outs, not an arm exercise. You're welcome.